Hello everybody, how's it going? Mike Profumo here, just touching bases, the new bait that I got that I'm working on, coming out with here. Talk about this tonight. I hope everybody's doing well with the crazy coronavirus thing and the lockdown, shelter in place stuff. Hopefully you guys are maintaining your sanity and doing well. So I want to talk a little bit about this bait. If you've seen my wakes that I've made over the years, the FUT, a couple different FUT versions, this bait is kind of a continuation in the styling and process, but it is a different bait. It has a lot of different characteristics from the joint to the swim, different bait altogether, but again, carrying on with the tradition of the wakes that I've made. So this is Mr.Chubbs. This bait is a 9-inch, 7.5 ounce bait, thick profile, chunky. That's why it's named Mr.Chubbs. Plus it's got those chubby cheeks. Trying to do some traditional trout patterns here to start off for this first batch. I'll be doing a few different patterns as we go and release this bait. Hopefully a couple different designs for the BABC tournament coming up next month. Anyways, this bait is different than my other baits in that it's got a traditional tail. It's a rigid urethane tail, has a nice little action to it still. And then the joint is obviously different. It's a double pin joint, so it's gonna be a little bit more stable. Has a nice clack to it. And I designed this bait to have kind of a subtle swim. It's a pretty stable swim. It doesn't have a lot of rock and roll to it, but it does have like a head hunting action where the head kind of hunts as it swims. That's the whole premise behind this bill here. First pattern here we got is the just a traditional trout. I don't know how well you guys can see that. But it's got some nice flash. I got some prism paint with some pink pearl in there. Traditional dots. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this bait. I think it's gonna catch some big fish, you know, and that's what it's designed for. The hook system here, if you look, the hooks are fairly close together, and that's on purpose. You know, what I like to get on the wake bite is that T-bone bite where that fish comes up to eat the front of the bait and gets T-boned on both hooks and has them both pinned in his mouth. I feel like that's the best scenario for landing a fish on a bait like this. If you get them just on the back or the front hook, that twisting leverage gives them a chance to get free, shake those hooks. So I feel like this is gonna have a high hookup ratio, even though it is such a thick, chunky bait. And if, you know, keep in mind, I got really big hands. So this is a true big bait, big profile, even though it's only 9 inches. It is designed to call fish from a long ways. And I'm excited about this bait. I'm planning to catch some big fish on it myself. And I look forward to seeing what you guys can do with it when you get your hands on these. All right, thank you, take care, God bless.